Hello, everyone. Welcome to chemistry school. Today, we're going to learn how calcium carbide and acetylene gas are made on an industrial scale. Calcium carbide is a very useful chemical in both industrial applications and domestic uses. We can make acetylene gas from calcium carbide. In this lesson, we'll talk about how calcium carbide and acetylene gas are prepared, and we'll also cover the important factors that need to be controlled during the reaction to make the process efficient. Let's get started with the video. First, here are the chemical formulas for calcium carbide and acetylene gas. Calcium carbide is an inorganic chemical, and acetylene gas is an organic chemical. Calcium carbide, also known as calcium acetylide, is mainly used to produce acetylene gas and calcium cyanamide. Let's learn more about calcium carbide. Pure calcium carbide is colorless, but the technical grade calcium carbide pieces are gray or brown and consist of about 80–85% calcium carbide. The rest includes impurities like calcium oxide, calcium phosphide, calcium sulfide, calcium nitride, and silicon carbide. When there's a bit of moisture present, technical grade calcium carbide emits a garlic-like odor. Now, let's understand how calcium carbide is made. The raw materials used are limestone and coke. For producing acetylene gas, water is mixed with calcium carbide. Let's look at the production process. Each step of the production, including the reactions and physical conditions, will be discussed. First, we heat calcium carbonate, commonly known as limestone, to a high temperature to get calcium oxide. Calcium carbonate breaks down into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide gas at temperatures above 825 Celsius temperature. This calcium oxide is then used in the next step. In the next step, the calcium oxide and coke are heated to about 2000 Celsius temperature in an electric arc furnace. This produces calcium carbide and carbon monoxide. This reaction is endothermic, meaning it needs 110 kilocalories of energy per mole and requires very high temperatures to remove the carbon monoxide. This method hasn't changed since it was invented in 1892. The high temperatures needed can't be achieved with regular combustion, so an electric arc furnace with graphite electrodes is used. This furnace allows for precise control and the necessary high temperatures. The purity of the final product is important. The calcium carbide produced typically contains about 80% calcium carbide by weight, with the rest being impurities. The calcium carbide is then crushed into small lumps, ranging from a few millimeters to 50 millimeters. The impurities are more concentrated in the smaller pieces. The calcium carbide content is measured by the amount of acetylene produced when it reacts with water. This process has stayed the same since 1892 because it's efficient and reliable for producing calcium carbide. Now, for the production of acetylene gas from calcium carbide. When you add calcium carbide to water, it produces smoke. This smoke is acetylene gas, which is highly flammable. The reaction also produces calcium hydroxide as a byproduct. Acetylene's IUPAC name is ethine, an organic compound in the alkyne group. I hope you now understand the basics of how calcium carbide and acetylene gas are made. Thank you.